Okay, I'm going to have to share this with you before this suit gets taken away. It's a Maria B wedding collection, and I have had this stitched. This is a master replica of the original, and mashallah, this is so pretty. If you were to look at this suit, you will be blown away and you will not be able to tell if it's an original or if it's a copy. It's been beautifully stitched. I've paid quite a bit for getting this stitched, including having these tassels added to this. It cost me quite a bit just to have the the tassels added to it, but we wanted it to look as original and as like the picture as possible. This has been stitched exactly like the picture. I'm just going to open up the dupatta and just show you. This is a very bridal dupatta, I'll tell you, and it's been made for a bride, and I'm so happy to hand this over to the customer. I'm sure she is going to be blown away by this. Just look at the dupatta, just look at the edges, so well and so beautifully done. I mean, you know what, when you spend money on something like this and the result is there, then you really don't mind. So this is one suit I didn't mind paying for because it was a special suit, and I'm sure when the customer sees this, even if it costs £10–15 extra, I'm sure she will be willing to part with that, because normally what happens is if the stitching is not good, and even if you've paid a lot, then it's just ruined. And if you've paid for the suit, if you've paid for a replica and the stitching is nice, and even if you pay more for the sewing, then it's worth it. Okay, so that's the dupatta. You have to really see this with the naked eye. This is all velvet, all the work is all velvet, and it's been beautifully appliqued on. I was actually really getting frightened. I thought, if I have to sew this and it's got so many of these beads, it's going to break so many needles, which generally it does. But the tailors, whether they had to take this off or whatever they did, they've done a brilliant job. Okay, so that's the dupatta. This is the kameez. Now with this girl, I had 3 suits to have stitched. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get all 3, but the mother said, as long as you get the one done, we're fine. So we had this one done, and it's like a proper wedding suit, and mashallah, it is a beautiful result. And then that's the trouser is not as wide as what it is in the picture, but it's a nice, beautiful, is it tank type trouser, straight-legged, wide straight-legged trouser with the border trimmed on. So this is a major, the price of these suits, the originals, is around about 165. The price of the master replica is round about 95, and then there is a secondary replica which is round about 65. So you've got 3 price ranges, and then there's probably one even that goes further down. But we do a range of 3 different styles, 3 different designs. You can buy the original, which is identical to this, which is 165. Then you've got a further price drop of like £60, close to 100, and then you've got a further drop around about 65. So you've got 3 ranges. You have the choice to select whichever one you want, and let us know which one takes your fancy, and we can have it stitched just like this. Now the stitching of this type of suit is generally around about £45, and the tassels, these tassels are quite expensive. There was an additional quite a bit heavy amount for this, but because I requested to have it done exactly like this, the tailors obviously followed my instructions, and obviously they get paid for whatever they do, and we have to pay for whatever add-ons they are. So anyway, that's a very beautiful suit which I am proud to hand over to the customer. I'm sure she is going to be overjoyed.